the frigid polar region, where sheer cliffs rise above thick fog, life begins with the utmost solitude and resilience. Perched precariously on this high peak, a nest of white-chipped goose is built on dry grass and soft downy feathers. Despite the howling wind and snow and the violent waves crashing against the rocks below, the mother goose steadfastly uses her body to protect her precious eggs. Beside her, the father goose stands silent as a courageous warrior, facing the harsh challenges of the wild. The sacred moment came when the first eggshell cracked slightly. The little gosling reaches out, carrying with it a challenging mission of survival. The wet down layer quickly receives the warmth from the mother goose's beak. However, the outside world has never been peaceful for weak creatures. The cry of a large albatross echoes in the fog, signaling lurking danger. Immediately, the father goose raised his neck and hissed angrily to chase away the enemies and protect the newly hatched chicks. Standing on the edge of a bottomless abyss, the goslings gazed bewilderedly at the vast world below, shrouded in thick fog. For these tiny creatures, yet without wings to fly, this height of hundreds of meters was an incredibly terrifying boundary. The mother goose gently lowered her head to the edge of the rock, her eyes filled with anxiety as she looked down, then turned back and called out softly to encourage her offspring. The biting cold wind rustled the soft, downy feathers of the young goslings, urging their survival instincts to awaken before a fateful decision. With no way back, the bravest gosling plunges into the void. In a dramatic, slow freefall, its tiny webbed feet spread wide in a desperate attempt to maintain balance. Its soft body repeatedly collides with protruding rocks, bouncing like rubber balls before continuing its descent. In super slow motion, the fragility of life contrasts sharply with the steep, rocky terrain until it finally lands safely below. But the danger didn't stop there. An exhausted gosling lay gasping for breath on a moss-covered rock, completely unaware of the predator lurking nearby. A white Arctic fox darted through the crevices of the rocks, its cold eyes locked onto its target. At a flash, the fox snatched the gosling and vanished into the desolate mountainside. The harshness of nature was evident, where the slightest misstep could cost a life. For the goslings fortunate enough to survive the ordeal, the icy seawater is a haven of salvation. They plunge into the turquoise water, shaking off the dust and fatigue from their arduous journey. Underwater, their tiny red feet paddle continuously, instinctively and skillfully. The parent geese lead their offspring, weaving through small ice floes, guiding them in their search for the first fresh seaweed. This peaceful coolness is a priceless reward for the young birds. As time passed amidst the Arctic winds and frost, the goslings gradually grew stronger, from day 50 to day 110. Their once smooth, pale gray downy feathers gradually disappeared, giving way to a coat of dark gray feathers with white stripes, providing excellent water resistance. They confidently trotted across the lush green tundra meadows stretching along the coast, pecking at the grass to accumulate the necessary energy. The gentle summer sun shone upon the growing flock of young birds under the peaceful protection of their parents. Once their feathers are fully grown, instinct compels the young geese to reach for the sky. Standing on a grassy ledge, a young gosling continuously spreads its long wings, still bearing traces of old downy feathers, flapping them vigorously in the air to test the wind resistance. It jumps up and down excitedly, feeling its body lift slightly off the ground. Around it, the entire flock of geese also practices their flight, creating a resounding, powerful flapping sound and kicking up clouds of dust. The glorious autumn sky beckons, marking the perfect maturation of the next generation of white-cheeked geese. Taking flight simultaneously from the lush green pastures, the flock confidently forms a magnificent V-shaped formation, soaring over majestic snow-capped mountains and floating icebergs in the frigid ocean. The tiny goslings of yesteryear now proudly spread their wings alongside their parents, heading towards the warm lands of the distant south. The magnificent migration has begun, a testament to the triumph of life.